Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another stream. Hope everything's fine. You may hear me twice here. There we go. Right, so, I'm just getting the link here and then away we go. Because I need to post the link up in streaming. I love the way it says the wrong thing again on the stream. It keeps on saying the wrong title on Discord, but then it'll say it later on and it'll be fine. So what we're doing here is we're trying to get Asriel finished. A bit like the Muppet model that I did. I'm just trying to make sure everything is fine. And I just recently got really lucky and got Mad Mew Mew as well, so I'm really happy again as usual. So away we go. We need to lower arm R, I believe this is, for this one. What we're trying to do is attach all the lights and everything else to Asriel just to make him look really, really good. And then I'll explain certain bits about his mesh and everything else in a bit. And then we should also check his rig at some point just to make sure everything's fine, like that. Ugh. Don't think I'm going to be moving that though. Okay, that's good. It's like messing around with his arms here. And then we've got, I believe, this light is for his arm there. So if I do parent to armature, parent to bone, and then it'll be lower arm R, I believe. Let me just drag that out. And then drag it back and we should be good. I don't know why all these locations are different for the lights and everything. Because they should be in certain positions, but it's fine. It's not too bad. We're almost done with Asriel. I've made a few changes. You'll see them as we go. I'm hoping that they'll all look good in a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure that the arms and everything look decent. We do this with his arm. Because it's at this kind of an angle. We do this. Love the way his arm looks massive though. Then we got that going on. Now what I've done for the arms here, and I'll probably end up repeating myself, is I've kind of made his arms look just like floating pieces using Blender's particle system, which is pretty cool. And then everything else is kind of going well. I just need the lightning in his lower abdomen, and then I think we're done. The wings and everything are, the wings are something that I need to rig up properly so that they'll flap and everything. So that's something I might do. For the moment, I'm just focusing on the arms and getting them sorted. Let's put this here. Then make sure we do this ring. Yeah, I'm on there. Gonna make sure that is actually selected. And then join that. And then just check the rig again just to make sure the rig is actually working. Yes, it is. Okay. Then we grab just this part. And we move it so it's roughly about here. Edit that. And then we should be able to weight paint this onto the left lower arm. What we're also going to do is get rid of this part of the UI as well that literally has no sort of bearing on whether this is actually working or not. So this is lower arm L. I just need to find this. There we go. And then we're just going to paint all of this. So for anyone who doesn't do like rigging or animation or anything, weight painting essentially is like a heat map and tells the model where it should bend, where it shouldn't bend. And then the vertices move in accordance to that. So red is basically anything that will definitely move when a certain bone is pressed. or rotated or whatever. So what we're doing is attaching this ring or this halo onto the lower arm here. So when the lower arm is moved, the ring moves with it. Need to make sure that the cursor here has... Is it brush? Front faces only? No, we just do all of that. Then that's all done in one go. We can just make sure that's all good. Once we've painted all of this, then hopefully the arms will move correctly. Then we can do the upper arm. And then we should be onto the wings. And I've got to check that all the other parts are painted properly. And in the meantime, we've got the Delta Rune OST in the background. I'll just make sure everybody knows about this in the main lobby of the Discord. There we go. I might even put this in self-promotion as well in some of the other Discords that I'm on. Let's just click. Hey Godwin, nice to see you. The VTuber model, indeed. Is that even coming up on my OBS? Ah, it is. Yes, it is. Nice to see you. Let's just see about what we got here. In some of these Discords that I'm in, trying to actually post up streams and stuff is really awkward. One of these literally doesn't have any stream thing on it, so... let's see... So that's one, and then we do... Let's go on the Undernet, and we'll do... self-promotion there, I think? Oh, I can't. I apparently can't post other stuff in the Undernet apart from the link, so... Okay. So yeah, I hope the audio is not too much in the background. We're just going through this here. I need to see about having... Where is it? That potentially move with it. All as well. Ah, nice, nice. So yeah, what we're doing here is trying to get the lower arm to move pretty decently. So for instance, this bit. We'll have the sphere move with that. So. Oh no, wait, I see what's going on. I'm painting it there and it's moving with a totally different location, so let's not do that. Let's not do that, despite wanting to. So. Oh. Just got a message. I can't wrap my head around 3D modeling, it's very impressive. So, when you get used to it, it's not too bad. What's happening here is essentially this is just a wireframe mesh for Asriel. We're just messing around with him. What we were doing was painting onto his model, and basically, if you rewind in the stream just a little bit, I mentioned about it, but what it is we're taking vertices that the model is made out of, little points, and we're painting a weight to them. And what that does is it tells the rig where you want things to bend and react accordingly. So, oh, can we just let's save that there for a moment? Don't know whether I should have saved over that, but I guess we'll find out. Go between the joints? No, because there are too many points. Okay. Between how many points? 4. Okay. So maybe between there and there? Okay. What I'm trying to do is make an extra arm bone here. Ah, there we go. And then I can edit that. So let's just... Yeah, if I fill between there and then bring that out. Oh, that's not having any of that. Can I just... I'll make that parent. Oh, I'm trying to connect the two of them and it's a little bit awkward. If I connect these two, parent, make, connected. Oh. Normally it fills in because it filled it in there. I am trying to figure this out. Because I did it over the other side and it worked fine. And now it's just like, no, you're on stream now. This is normally what happens with 3D. Occasionally it just goes a little bit messed up. Let's try parent, make, keep offset? No. Fill between joints. And then see if I can clear parent for that. Clear parent. Ah, there we go. Right. So, this is now just a bone floating in midair, which we can then use for Asriel's arm. So for instance, we're going to put it here and try and position it just right out there. And then we're going to use that for the bits later on that I'm going to explain why they actually are that way. Oh. And then we're going to take the rest of Asriel's arm. I'm going to bring it slightly out. Oh. Or we will in a moment. Was trying to edit it, but it's seemingly not having it based on where he is. I'm going to have to bring that in slightly, which is fine. So what I'm doing here is just editing the skeleton. And then we can parent, make, having that from the parent, make, keep offset. That allows the bone to float. So if I rotate this now, here's where it just goes all messed up. Okay. If I go to here, make, keep offset? No. Pose. Okay, so we got one done there. I'm slowly getting this. But basically all we're doing is trying to fix up Asriel's model so that we can get him all set up for later. Can I parent that to the make? Nope, not having any of it. Can I get rid of that then? Delete bone, and I'll just create a new one. Add single bone. I'll just do it this way instead. Create a single bone, and then drag it up, position it right next to his shoulder, rotate it down so it's roughly at the same angle. 2D art I can wrap my head around for the most part. All kinds of art are so impressive, aren't they? Indeed! Everything's different, you know, so it's interesting just seeing stuff being done differently. What I'm actually trying to do here is just parent both of these bones. So imagine if your shoulders weren't connected to your main body, they wouldn't move with it. I'm trying to get it so they do that. Make, keep offset? No, it's not. Not having it at all today for some weird reason. I'm sat here like, dude, just make the parent, and it's like, nah, we're good. Nah, there we go. Think we're good now if I... There we go, so you can see now the shoulders move when I move the main body. So, then we've just got to connect this to his lower arm. So we do the same thing here. What we do is, we take these two, and we try and parent them together. What we'll do is try and see if I can clear that first. And then we go to here and go parent, make, keep offset. And what that does is it means that he then doesn't need another bone in between. He can literally just have his offset there, so it floats in midair away from him. And then we should... there we go, there we go. So I've got control of his arm now, even though it's floating away from him. And then we can try and get this positioned in exactly the same way as the other one. So we can do this, and we can bring this up to just about where his other rib is here. I'll explain why I chose that in a little bit. Gotta kind of bring this out just a little bit at an angle so we've got clearance. And then I'm going to try and line this up so it's pointing down, and then we'll just rotate it. If only it was singing into my head, says Godwin. Yeah, now what we've done is we've just told Asriel's model, look, your shoulders are attached to your main body, and your arms are attached to these other points where your arms should be. So now we can go ahead and do this pose where we bring out his arms just a little bit and get everything set up. So that's not too bad for posing, right, for just that, but then we've got to do the rest of him. Although the rest of him is going pretty well so far, what we're going to do is attach his neck, body, and everything else, and then try and rig up the rest of him. I'm going to do the arms in a little bit too. What I've done with the arms, I'm going to save that because of how I've re-rigged it. I'm trying to do him in like a basic pose at the moment, and I'm going to have the lights in this arm as well. I need to fix those. The idea is to have him glowing in all the right places. But with his arms and his ribcage and everything, that was kind of just fan stuff that I took from like fan interpretations of Asriel. They still kind of work. The only thing that I need to do is put essentially like a big lightning bolt in here, because this is going to be kind of like a glass container. And I'm just going to have a giant lightning bolt down the center because it looks like that in game. And then we've got like energy coming out of his shoulders seemingly. And his shoulders actually curve around the back of him and make him look like he's got some kind of like fabulous cape thing going on. The thing is, everything apart from the head and the hands were made by me. Mainly because the head was from another Asriel model that I just reused. It's the same with the hands, I just edited them heavily. But it's been fun doing it. I've actually recorded this process as well, so in the next like proper update video you'll get to see the behind the scenes of this, and I'll even use some of this stream in it. So what we're going to do is attach these arm pieces. Now this was really cool. What I did was I used the particle system from Blender to do this. This implication was thought through, wasn't it? I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this. But yeah, what I did for the arm here was I looked at the design and it just looked like dotted lines. Just dotted lines. And there are a lot of different interpretations, whether it be, you know, like pipes or other things or bones. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm not too sure. And then what ended up happening was I went on DeviantArt and saw this neat version of Asriel. I think I still have it up so I can... Yeah, I do. By Little Noko, Undertale, God of Hyperdeath Asriel, which I'm assuming is another AU. But they had this kind of like look where his upper arms looked like rocks. So I was like, you know what, I'll take that inspiration. So I got a load of different rock particles going on here, and then I just turned them into a mesh so it looks like his arms are basically just like made up of different bits and bobs that have been like broken up and are just floating there, which is really cool. So hopefully now I can just turn around and be like, yep, those are where they need to be. What I need to do here though is take these lights and implement them to his arms. Go attach to bone, The lower arm L. Absolutely love this model for Asriel as well, which is why I'm spending so much time doing it. Oh. Toby is quite the master, and you're doing him justice, methinks, says Godwin. Thank you very much! I'm trying to get this as accurate as I can while also, you know, staying faithful to the game while also, for bits that I can't quite fill in or do justice, I'm trying to get them as accurate as I can, in fact, including fan depictions and stuff, so... It's more that whole thing of, if I can't do it towards the art because of a certain reason, I'll just go off what is accepted by the fanon, which seems to be the best bet. Lower arm, and then we go... What we're doing here is we're essentially telling these lights, yeah, this is the position you have to be in, make sure you're in it and stay on it, so that when his arms move in future, hopefully these lights should stay in these positions and should affect the surroundings as well. Because I've got most of his mesh being reflective, just a little bit. We get this like really cool aura going on from all these lights and the glowing mesh and everything, which is why I like these halos behind his head and stuff, because they make that glow. He's got a glowing section for down here at his waist, which I still need to rig up. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I can't wait to rig the wings. In fact, I could probably do the wings now. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how I should do this. I'm going to have one bone coming out, and then it's going to have to kind of move with the rest of it. We got this like this. Up until about there. And then we go 1, because I want this to be as mobile as possible. 2, 3. Let's try 4, and then just for the sake of it, we'll add more onto that. So we'll add bits for like the bottom here, so that all of these can move, and then hopefully I can then just copy that across, if possible. And then just edit the texture. The texture itself is really cool because it's actually an animation from Photoshop. I'll just take that for a moment. What I did was I just recorded the screen when I was messing around in Photoshop, so we do actually have the gradient that slowly changes. The same with the lights, because I've animated them at the moment in the scene. I think I actually need to do this a lot quicker. But yeah, you can see it like slowly changing. So that's going to be really cool to see in scene, but I don't know whether I should keep it that bright or not, with the additional light there, or whether I should just have it a little bit and have it be like a subtle thing rather than this massive effect that I've got at the moment, because the actual wings themselves, I think I can make them glow a lot brighter. Let's see. Oh yeah, mission strength is like 3. What happens if I do 100? Oh, okay. Okay, so if I do 100, then that's really nuts, and then I can just like subtly tone this down to what, 20 each side. Okay, maybe not have that at like 200 or whatever it was. 160. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of like that, just for the whole thing of how bright he is. And then on the back, I've got it as black. I'd have to do like extra lighting on Asriel's face here to make it light up a little bit more, which is fine. You can give him like fake lights later on in scene. I actually do like how bright that is. And then we've got like some pixelation effect going on that I tried to do really close to the top. Heck, he does look really cool like that. I just think I needed to do the animation a little bit quicker for scrolling between the colours. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll rig up the the other bones here. So we'll do like bone 2 in the arm will be that'll be upper arm R and upper arm L, and then we can just take those and work from them. So for this, we can do like file, weight paint. Oh, we need to attach the groups as well. That's one thing I need to do, is attach everything together. So we've got like, take these, join them together, because those are going to be the ribs. Join them. Join these together. And then join them onto the body. Join the halos that are up here. Join them onto the body. Join the 2 arms together. Oh, and I forgot to be the energy things that we've got going on there. We can join them together, and then it's just a case of adding all of this into the same mesh, and then we can say mesh, go to Asriel's stuff and parent with automatic weight. Failed solution for one of the bones. Oh, heat warning. That might be because of vertexes. So, I've seen this before. What we do is we go like this. Because of how many vertices there are, we'll go by distance. Merge by distance. 27. That should be fine now. Then we go back to body onto the rig and do parent automatic weights. Oh, nope. Still having a problem. Interesting. Parent automatic weight. Loop and parent. Okay, that's not good. I may have to try something else here. Interesting how that's not happen. Like, that's not giving me any break though. Normally it's fine. See if there's any way of fixing that online real quick. I love the way it always does this when I'm on stream. Just make sure. Bone heat. Okay, bone heat warning in Blender. Let's search that up and see what we get. Okay. Oh, I see. So what I can do here is, with these 2 meshes, join them together and do convert to origin. Hopefully this all still stays how I want it. Just test this out. Yeah, that seems fine, right? Asriel's head stays fine. So then we just go... We're going to have to do this by hand, but it's going to be fine. So then we take these 2 and that and join them together. What's happening is it's trying to join too many meshes together at the same time, so we've got to slowly make sure that I do this correctly. There we go. That's something I didn't do correctly. Now if I take this and pose Asriel, he should still be fine. But I need to edit the vertex groups for each bit to make sure it's weight painted properly. So, for instance, the neck, make sure the neck's fine, make sure the ears are fine. Yep, they're all good. That's going to be the chest, so we'll do select chest. Make sure I name all these correctly. Pelvis. And then we've got arm. We don't need to move his shoulders, so now it's just a case of telling the mesh which parts should move. So we got weight painting. And we'll do, what is it, chest. Just realize I need to make sure that he doesn't have any facial expressions here when I do this. Because otherwise it might mess stuff up. So we go to base form. I can find this chest bone now so I can edit it. It's like literally not here. Sort by name? Maybe that'll work. It's the same rig as well, which is kind of weird. Let's just try making some stuff. Chest. Pelvis. Neck. Go to chest. Go to vertex group. Weight paint. And then make sure the brush is on in such a way that we can't ruin this. And then we'll just go ahead here and do... Just got to make sure that the radius isn't too far, that I'm getting everything else in between, because I don't want that. And what we're doing is essentially telling it, this is the chest, make sure it moves. At least that's what I'm hoping we're doing here at the moment, because normally that's how you do it. Right, let's go around the back. Might even try and turn his rig off here, because it's getting in the way. There we go. Just make sure we're painting here properly, otherwise it'll potentially mess it up. Might even see if I can banish his head for a moment, that way I'm not messing that up. Let's see. That's his heart. Figure out which part's which here. Ah, it's the same thing now. Because I parented everything together, I can't do it that way. So I'm going to have to actually get stuck in here, which is a little bit awkward. I can make it work. It's just awkward. So again, what we're doing is we're telling this, all this area that's red, this is what should be moved when I rotate the chest bone. In hopes that later on I can pose him decently. Make sure I get all these vertices, because if I leave one of them, then what's going to happen is it's just going to ruin everything. We'll even get the rib cage here as well. I'll just try to avoid the arms if I can. If I end up getting them, then I can always just go over them again with a weight painting of 0, so it makes sure that they don't move. So I'm going to have to be double checking everything. Come on now. Okay. This is all going well so far? Is where I find out I've painted like half the face or whatever. And then when I come to move him later on, it just totally messes up. I'm like, no! Making good use of all the bits in the geometry where I can see through here to make sure I get the right places. Not doing too bad so far. We gotta get these arm pieces here. Right, this bit over here, I can just go like giant radius and then try and see if I can mirror this on the other side, maybe? Oh, it's not having any of it. Unfortunately, it's not having any of it, so... Because I thought it might be quicker to use symmetry there, but... It's turning around and being like, no, you want to do this quickly? No. Potentially because I didn't turn it on earlier. So now I'm going to have to do it the slightly longer way. Make sure to get his shoulders here so that we've got all this weight painted. I'm always scared about getting his head there, because his head's right next to it, and if I paint it, then it'll just start tearing away at the seams. At least because of how the model's designed and everything. This is probably one of the easier moments, of doing this. I say that and I can already see areas where I'm like slightly getting vertices that I don't want to get, but it's fine. Like I said before, we can just repaint bits, especially because I know I'm painting with the brush a certain way so that it'll pick up front and back sides, or at least it should do. Oh no, I've turned that off, so okay, that means that I'm not gonna have to worry too much about this kind of thing then. Apart from the odd little vertice getting in the way. Like that one on the ear, which we can then just paint blue again. Basically painting it blue or with a weight value of 1 means that it's not moving anywhere. Honestly, can't wait to get this all rigged up and ready to go. It's been one of the main things that I've been waiting for ages when doing this project, is just getting around to doing this model and making it look the best it can. So we got one side of him done. Time to do the other. Try and... See, I got that halo there. Yeah, I'm on there. You gotta make sure that's weight value of 0 there, otherwise that's gonna cause trouble. I wouldn't mind if it's the pelvis, because at least the pelvis is easier to paint out, but something like arms or whatever are gonna be a pain if I've accidentally got them. Okay. Doing alright here at the moment. Just doing these extra ribs. Do the underside here while we're here so we can get it out of the way. Move around to the other side, get this other bit, and we should be good. We've done most of the torso here at the moment. I don't think we've caught anything that we shouldn't, which is good, because then when it comes to do the arms and everything else, that should be easy. What I'm more interested in is getting the wings rigged up, because that'll be really nice to have both sides of the wings done so that they're really emotive and you can really have them like flapping and bending and everything. That's going to be really cool for having like this super emotive version of Asriel instead of just having his wings be very static, because they're kind of like the biggest part of his final form. Might as well make a big deal about them, you know. Okay. Slowly does it, but we're getting there. Gotta do the other side of his torso and everything. There we go. We just need to do the upper portion of the sphere now. And his shoulder. And then that's more or less the chest done. Then we do the pelvis, which is very easy. And then the neck. And then the upper arms. And then he should be rigged. Oh, got the ear slightly there. I see that bit there hasn't been weighted that well. Now I've got to do that bit. Oh. Get the wireframe on so I can see what's going on here. This is not the most optimized model, but then again, it doesn't have to be with it being at the very end of the animation. As long as it's not a ridiculous amount of polys, it's fine. Like, admittedly, I did play around with the decimate tool so I could lower the polygon count, and it looked okay, so it is possible. Here we go. What I need to do here is try and make sure I get all the vertices around this arm. I like the other side, but the other side, for some strange reason, is not working. Ah, there we go. We can just get all these vertices inside here as well that I've missed. It's funny because they only clip through a little bit, but this is the inside of the arm. Or rather, the inside of the shoulder that just about clips into the model. Okay. Just need to make sure I've got all these bits. And that they're all red. Instead of being a different colour. There we go. I can get them that way by going on the inside of the model and just be like, there we go. Then we can just get this by doing this. Just make sure that all of this is red. Because if it's not, then we got problems later on with the rigging. This is almost like the rigging that you do for if you were doing a robot or something as well, because most of the rigging is very similar, where it's all just sort of like, it's either one colour for one part, or depending on what materials you're using, it can be slightly bendy, but normally for like a robot, you'll just have like the easiest time rigging it. Try and just get his entire shoulder like this. And then we'll go ahead and paint it slightly smaller here so we can cover a decent area still, but not get anything else caught in it. Okay, we're doing okay so far. Almost done with this other shoulder. Heck, I might even put more bones in the shoulders at some point to try and make them move around a little bit more. I don't know. At the moment, I'm just liking the static kind of really cool look that he's got to him. It would be cool to have these kind of things just like flow around. Right, gotta change that weight to 0 again, because otherwise I'll be messing up badly there. Let's just check. That looks fine, so it's just... Provided I've not messed up on like the ears or face again or anywhere like that, it's just these ones here. Which we can paint out relatively quickly. Just make sure inside of here is done as well. That way I'm not missing anything. Because I don't want any of the vertices to be left over, and then when I come to animate it, it's a complete mess. Oh god, we're up to the smart race already in the soundtrack? That's almost like 2 hours. Not 2 hours, sorry, 1 hour. The entire thing is 2 hours, I think. 2 hours 18? Time flies when you find yourself weight painting everything on a model. Okay, now I just need to check that. Don't know how I managed to get those vertices before, but... Okay, I think that should be good. So if we go to movement now, where is it? Go to movement, go to rig, pose, chest. There we go. He's moving with it, but you'll see there that when I moved him slightly, some of the rings moved. I need to check the weight paint there. It might literally just be that the neck is moving slightly. Just make sure that I've got all of this set up how I need it to be. Hey John, how you doing? I see you getting set up the other day. I'm planning stuff. I'm busy just chilling and trying to do this setup, which is pretty nuts and pretty time consuming, but I'm enjoying it as usual. Oh, doing some of this painting because of the way I've got the brush set up is awkward. We're gonna have to front face only here. Oh, nice. Nice. Hope you have fun with AC6, by the way. I don't know whether that'll be like your first introduction into the series, but if it is, then hopefully have fun with it. Just don't get involved in the community. Promise me you won't get involved in the community. If you've heard anything about the Dark Souls community in terms of them being pretty aggressive or pretty toxic, it's basically the same community. Haven't played in a long time, says John. That's all good. You know, I just don't want any problems for you, is all. Because I know people... There's one, famously, if you go on Zanny's YouTube channel, he even tells you about it, where he's like, dude, people, when it comes to Dark Souls and everything, just coming in and be like, oh, you played it wrong, or being elitist or whatever. It's basically the same community. So just don't bother with them, just enjoy yourself. As usual, just looking out for you, just to make sure you don't get wrapped up in anything. Oh, accidentally painted the face there, not good. Nope. Slowly painting these halos here, which would be really good for the neck. And then I gotta do the pelvis, then the upper arms, then gotta do the wings. The wings are gonna be crazy. Then gotta add the lightning to it at the end. Oh, yeah, I'm on now. Ah, screw it. If I get parts of the head, I can easily paint them out. As long as I don't lose track of where they are. Still don't quite understand why we have the Merry Christmas sort of track in the background for this, but it's whatever. Oh. Come on. So close to having the neck done here, and then it's only little bits, and then we're good. Just don't mind the heat maps on screen at the moment, Jeff. Well, fine, it'll make sense eventually. Eventually. It looks like pure madness at the moment, but just sat here with lots of colourful things going on. Hey, Classic! 3D roller coaster design looks cool, or is it a model part? It's a model part, Classic. You'll see in a sec. It's part of the process, as John. Part of, like, game design, animating, or modeling in general is trying to make yourself not go insane. So, yeah. Come on now. Ah! See what I mean? I'm trying to paint one area and the other bit's going over there instead. Come on. Come on. I don't need those verts. Ah, it's everybody's favorite #1 rated salesman circa 1997. Okay, so I think that should be the neck done properly. Hello, everyone. There we go. So we got Asriel's model. I'm zooming out on it now so you can actually see him a little bit. I've been busy building this the past couple of days when I've got time to. I need it for the end of the animation, so let's show you the render bit at the moment. So he's looking pretty cool right now. I can't wait to have him done properly. And by that I mean just lit up and rigged and everything. I'm slowly getting it done. I'm going to be doing the wings to make them look really good. We're just trying to get his main body and everything else done at the moment. So, if I move this now, should have his wings are brighter than my future. Oh, John. Okay, so there we go. We got the torso. And then we got the neck. Yep, that's correct. Okay, save this. So, basically, the end of the animation is going to be in a void area like this, where it's really dark and stuff. I've got a little bit of fog in here to kind of give it some depth. But because it's in such a dark area, we're going to light up Asriel like mad with all of the lights that are surrounding him. Like, we've got his chest, we've got where all the glowy bits are. I've added more lights to them. He's going to have sort of an electrical bolt going through his lower abdomen. It's going to be made out of, like, glass or something. I'm not too sure at the moment. But the way that it's designed in-game, it's got, like, electricity going through it. So that's what I'm going to put there. And, his wings at the moment actually glow a different colour. If we just play the animation for it, this is so easy to do. I just need to speed it up. But as you can see, it subtly affects his body and everything, which is really cool. I just need to light it up a little bit around his face and stuff so it looks a little bit better. But I'm thinking of changing the speed of the animation. The way the animation is done, I literally just went into Photoshop, got a pixel filter sort of image, put it over a starry sky background, and then slapped a adjustment layer on it, and then just changed the hue really quickly. And that's what allows me to scroll through, and then I just animated the light that are attached to his wings at the moment going the same colours. So yeah, I can just animate that in Photoshop a lot quicker, and it'll be fine because I've got the source file for it anyway. Like I mentioned before, for any of those people that have seen me doing stuff in Blender in the past, I started doing some interesting tricks in this one, including turning the arms into kind of like these asteroid or rock style formations, which are really cool. Baby's saying hi in the background. Hi, baby. Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Just checking. My daughter's saying hi in the background again. Hello, everyone. So yeah, we've got all of that rigged. I need the pelvis rigged, and I need the other upper arms rigged. So which I need... Where is it? I need 2 more arm groups. One for upper arm R and one for upper arm L. Upper... Oh. Arm R. Upper arm L. Rainbow! Indeed! What we'll do here is we'll get his arms done and out of the way. That way we've got them rigged. So... Left arm's going to be this one. Ooh. I just realised that orb for his arm hasn't moved, even though it should have. We get his lower arm here. Where is it? Lower arm L. If we weight paint that. Ah, there we go. It'll go to the right place. So then we can just go. Where's the brush? Front faces only, so that we're not making any mistakes. Or rather, if I want to, I can just speedrun it and hopefully we'll be good here. I don't want to make mistakes. At the same time, I'm hoping I can kind of speed this up. I hope it's fascinating for everybody in chat at the moment, because I kind of take this stuff for granted that I'm actually able to do this now. But if you need me to explain anything or whatever, then I'm more than happy to. There we go. So we need this painted red here. Front faces only, so that we don't hit anything in the background. Making sure everything is this bright red colour. And the reason for that is because anything that's dark blue will not be affected by the rig. Anything that's red or sort of higher than blue in terms of color will get affected differently by the rig. Let's see. So, imagine red or blue as being like on or off. Blue is off, red is on, so anything in between will then cause bends. So like, for instance, if we wanted a bend in the arm, we could paint it like slightly yellow or a mixture of yellow and orange and green, and it would allow us to have the rig make this bend at the wrist joint so that he can flex his wrist left and right and up and down and stuff, and it'll look natural. That's basically what I'm doing here at the moment, is just assigning those values so that he's able to bend and rotate and do everything he should without being impeded or having it go all over the place and be messed up like a Bethesda game where all the vertexes go everywhere. Right, upper arm right, which is that one. So for this one, we're getting all these little particles here. We're just going to paint them. We're not just going to do front faces, we're going to do back face as well. Need to make sure get every single part of these, because if not, then they won't move with the arm and it'll look really bad. But yeah, you can see the color changing here. And we want it this bright, vibrant red so that it doesn't bend at all. It's very stiff and rigid. And then when it comes to animating, it should be really easy. And we can turn this around. Oh, come on now. It's because I'm zoomed in so much, the camera's having trouble a little bit. It's like, excuse me? So close to being done with this as well. That's the best part, because then I can start posing him and doing like test animations and stuff, or just getting him ready. For those who didn't see the beginning of the stream, I got hold of Mad Mew Mew the other day, the Switch version of the Mad Dummy that appears, as the name says, at the end of Undertale, the Switch version. It's like a secret fight, but I'm going to include Mew Mew earlier on as sort of a secret thing, which is going to be really cool. Because I had Lucky do the voice lines for her as a sample, and they were really funny, so I was like, I need Mew Mew now. So Mew Mew's going to be in there at the very end. Oh, I'm getting messages. Let's see, getting a lot of messages. That moment where somebody turns around and says, don't ask me why, but pick a number from 1 to 8 in DMs. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay, so that's one upper arm done. Upper arm L, which is going to be really cool because it's this bit. We just paint all of this really quickly. Ah, it's the big wheel theme for Noel. Really like this one. Hey, Asteroid. Reason why I sent you that link in Discord is so that you knew what was going on. I'm sat there thinking, why have I got like 5 to 8 messages? And one of them was from Shoga, and then... no, sorry, 5 of them were Shoga sending me images of France and stuff, because he's currently there. And then one was from Asteroid. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, as a little note to anyone that saw the Redfall stuff recently, because I keep an eye on comments and stuff, if you see a stream that just has VOD on it, or VOD, normally those aren't streams, those are pre-recorded videos that I put up, and YouTube allows me to put them out as though they were streams. So in those, I won't actually respond to people as you would expect, like now, where I'm actually talking to you guys. It's literally just pre-recorded stuff that it allows me to go live with as a way of keeping content. So you still can talk on it with each other, just not me. But yeah, I do like the Redfall stuff. I need to actually update the playlist and get all the other Redfall stuff uploaded, because there was a bunch of other areas that we did. And then we had the kids, so we had to stop playing Redfall for a while. So I think we get about like 80% of the way through the game, and then the playthrough stops for the moment. It's not that we don't like it, because it is a really fun game, despite what people say about it. Oh. I've seen some people in the comments that are just like, ew, it's Redfall, why are you playing Redfall? It's like, dude, I'll play what I want. Yeah. It's like I'm still really interested in playing Cyberpunk, despite Cyberpunk having its issues, primarily because of the whole thing of I want to see how they fixed it. Ooh. Okay, we should be good here. I think. I'm just going to double check and see if this other arm has... there we go. Bits of mesh inside itself that I've not seen yet. But yeah, thanks to anybody that actually keeps up with the VODs as well. Because those are kind of stuff where I just put out and think, okay, somebody might watch them, somebody might not. It's no big deal. But for anybody that does, I really do appreciate that, because it obviously helps. If you ever want to play Minecraft Dungeons, I'm down. I need something to play when it says Asteroid. Depends, I like playing with close friends. It's not saying I won't, it's just whether I've got the time to. You know, having to look after the kid and then arrange other stuff is a little bit awkward at the moment. Heck, I'm only just able to do this stream in the background because my wife's looking after her currently. Right, let's do the pelvis, which is over here. Do that, do this, join. Now the thing is, will that still work? Yes, it will. Oh my god. Oh wait, what? Why is that not working though for the moment? Something up with that and I don't know why. Hang on. That is painted correctly as well. That's what I'm not sure about. Wait, painting. Yeah, left arm, right arm, radius. So why is that not working? Considering the torso works, there's gotta be something else wrong with this. I'm gonna save it at least, but that's strange. Just make sure it's not being used anywhere else. Everything alright, dude? Hey, favorite song from Deltarune Part 2. Absolutely love this song. Do 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 do. These verts are being used somewhere else here. Is it the chest? I think it might be. They're being used by somewhere else as well. That's strange. That moment where I'm trying to find all these verts and they're just not having it. Come on. Dude, seriously, just give me the vert so I can have it done and dusted so I'm not messing around. What about the arm? If I set the weight for that to 1. Dude, what is going on with this here? I know it's a little bit tiny on the mesh, but I might just get rid of that. Might just get rid of that part of the mesh because it's so tiny. Could be an overlap. Yeah, that's potentially what it is. Thing is, it still doesn't explain why that's messing up there. How do you weight paint? Upper arm. I don't know why it's not working with that at the moment. It should do, but it isn't. Let's go through all these. Because it should work without group that I've made. Lower arm, blah, blah, blah. Neck, pelvis, pinky. Ring, spine. Bum, blah, blah, blah. Upper arm. Upper. Cloth. Yeah, that's if this version of Asriel had cloth on him. Ears. Face. That's fine. And then it comes to the custom ones, which is pelvis, neck, which we know the neck works because it's over there. And we know the chest works. Just the upper arms just don't seem to be working, and it's very strange as to why that one there. That weight needs to be 0 there. Unless I just decide, you know what, let's just delete that because it's too much hassle. And there we go, that's those parts done. The question is, why aren't they moving? If I bring that back to its default position. Why is that not moving? Can I change pose when reset pose is enabled? Pose position? Oh, I see. Oh, here's Spamton's team. Okay. So we've got Asriel in kind of a decent default position there. But for some strange reason, his arms ain't working, and I don't know why. They should do, and they're clearly connected. For some strange reason, the vertex stuff just ain't having it. Actually, I'd have to go on Blender forums and be like, "What, dude? What's going on here?" Hang on, let me try and see if I can search it. Blender vertex painted correctly, but not working. Oh, it's weight paint. Wrong. Blender weight paint. Wait. Have I just like painted that wrong or no? Right. That's left, that's right. Chest is done, obviously. Try the pelvis. It might be something to do with the rig. So for instance, here we got pelvis, which is down here, so we'll just paint that. Okay, let's do this. Get this done out of the way, and then it's just the puzzle with the arms that's going to have me stumped. Come on now. There's the front done. Now I just need to do the back, and then the top, and then hopefully the pelvis will not have any problems. And then it'll literally just be the arms where I need to figure out why the hell they're not working like they should, considering it's all part of the same mesh. Oh, come on now. I need to be able to see the actual model here. How do I get rid of the rig? There we go. I need to attach this sphere to the rig as well so I can get that done. We're almost done, come on. And then I can do the rigs at some other point. I just want to try and get the main portion of the rig done today, so I can then they'll be happy with it. Could do it front to back motion, old school trick. If the joint won't turn right. It's weird because like I could get it set up a different way. But I want it set up the way that everything else is at the moment. It should work, but it isn't. Everything about it is like the same I've done with everything else. Set up the torso, set up the pelvis, set up the neck. And then just paint them. And I should be able to move them and everything should be fine. But instead it's just like, nah, it's painted correctly. The program says it's painted correctly. But it just won't move. It's as if I've not rigged it when I have. Which is very strange and abnormal. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Hello, I see that weight painted incorrectly there. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so that should be all of the pelvis done. The same way I did the arms and everything, right? But if this works, then it's going to be really strange. So, pelvis. Yep, pelvis works. Pelvis works exactly as I expected. So what the hell is going on here? Static codes. The codes pick joints then all the time. Game such splendor. Make connected? No. Hang on. What I need to do is connect those to the parent make connect? No. That way, parent. I'm doing this the wrong way around. It should be that and then that, right? That then that. Parent make connected? Let's try just make offset. Hang on. Keep offset. And then if I rotate that, it's really weird. It's going the wrong way. That one needs to be parented to that. Parent make keep offset. So now if I'm because the rest of it moves correctly. Or it should do. Hang on. Pose mode. Right. Okay. So if I do keep offset, right? And then go to pose mode. Hey, there we go. That works. Be careful if turn off static, it can screw things up. I had it happen to me in Blender because of looking into missing info. Huh. I need to. Where's the... There it is. I need that. Oh. Get rid of those lights for the moment, or at least one of them. I need that to be part of that. Question is, did I join this the right way or not? Let's find out. Yes, I did. That should be fine. Everything should move apart from the arms. So, then what we can do is go back to edit mode, go to weight paint, go to pelvis, and then we're just going to paint the sphere there. So that's attached. And while we're doing this as well, we'll change the OST up again and restart it. I would put some of the other AU stuff on, but I don't know whether it's copyrighted or not. Otherwise, I'd be listening to a bunch of stuff from some of the Undertale AU songs. Funny how this works for like the pelvis but not for the arms. I have no clue why. And it's still stumping me to the point where I'm like, dude, what? It should just work unless I'm gonna have to assign the stuff manually, maybe? I think there's another way of assigning weight. By hand. I could be getting mixed up with something else though, so I think I might be getting mixed up with texture assigning, where it's just a big button that just says assign and then it just works. So we've been at this for like an hour and 30 minutes. Oh boy. Happy 4th, Moody and Jen and everyone. I'm gonna head out to this classic to my job. See you later, Classic. Thank you very much for dropping by. Always a pleasure, as usual. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the fireworks. What is Asriel for you, says Asteroid. What do you mean? That's a very open-ended question, Asteroid. Right, let's join that on there too. Armature for Asriel, and then Bone, Elvis. Then we go. Oh, the joke. The joke of what is he to you? Kara's like best friend. Chris, brother of Frisk. Frisk, god of hyper death. I've got the image for that still in backup. It's so funny, that one. I thought you were asking a legit question, not just quoting like a meme or a funny image. I was gonna be like, wait, what? That needs to be parented. The armature over here. Bone. That'd be lower arm. L. Do 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 do. So that's that there. It's going well so far, apart from the strange thing to do with the arms, which God knows what's going on there. Let's make sure I get the rig for the wing out of the way here. Make sure everything else is attached. The lights for the neck aren't. Or the light, I should say, for the neck. We'll do, print to Asriel, print to Bone, neck. There you go, so now when he moves his neck, that's going to move exactly how you'd expect. So it's just the arms now? I don't know what's going on with them. It's just the arms. And then after that, it's just double checking stuff. The neck should be fine, the head should be fine. Oh god, this rig, man. So good. So what is up with that? And hello, I got a problem. There it is. Let's get right the weight sculpting. That'll be lower L. It's attached to something else here. What is it attached to? Maybe it's the chest. Yeah, it looks like it might be. Hey, that moment where you know how to fix your issues that you have pretty quickly because you know potentially where it's attached to. So now we don't have that issue, we can save that. We can now move his arm there. So now we just need to figure out what's going on with this mesh. Right, let's see. Weight paint. Not attached to the chest. It's not attached to the pelvis or the neck. So each one is attached to what you would expect is going to be their arm. Some strange reason. Just not there. Upper arm R, upper arm L. The only thing I can think of doing is literally just like re-rigging it. Which is going to be annoying. Let's see about edit vertex mode. Oh, dude, there. Let's just do that. So, make sure we get all of these, right? All these little bits and pieces, they're going to look really cool. Because it makes Asriel's arms look like they're floaty a little bit. And that they've broken up into like little bits and pieces. Make sure we got all of this selected. And then we just go assign. Assign weight 1. Now let's see if it moves now. Please just move. Why are you not moving? Dude! That is not cool. Not cool. It's literally got a weight paint of 1. What the hell? What is even going on? Select, assign. Right, and then go weight paint. Upper arm R. It even has values for like this part of the arm on it, but it's not working. I love the way this is literally the last thing I need as well. There we go, we got that. And for the other side, that's definitely right and left in the correct positions. I might just have to do this like a hack job. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it as a hack because it's a hack job because it's not working. Not how I want, and that's really annoying. Okay. Select all of that. Oh. Make sure that that isn't selected. That's gonna get 0. Wait, what? No, that's not. Right. Select all of this. Remove. I'm just gonna remove them. Right. That doesn't move now. If I go to this and go to that, that shouldn't have anything selected on it, which it doesn't. Although now it's selecting other parts, which I don't quite know why. Select. Why is it just selecting random stuff now? Hang on. No joke. This is part of the process that is driving me absolutely insane. Right. These little bits and pieces that I've got, I'm going to take them and do a little bit of a mess around job with them. Where I'm going to make sure they work, but it's just not in the way that you would expect. We're going to not so much delete that. I was going to say delete, but select that and completely detach it from the mesh, right? Same with this side, so we're gonna go do this. Asriel's being annoying. It's just like, sat here going, yeah, I can do this. He's just like, no, no. No, you can't. Okay. Now both of those are deselected. And select their origins and return them to 0, right? And then we can just go File, Parent, Asriel, Bone, and then we'll do upper arm R. Right, and then we'll just... He's just got a strong determination to be annoying, says John. Oh. Well, we got him anyway, because if we do this, he shouldn't be able to do anything. The idea is that we can then place them and parent them to the bones, and either way it should technically work. The case of how well it's going to work. Bone, upper arm L. Hope I don't have this problem with the wings later on at some point, because I'm not in the mood for that. Okay. Now with that, hopefully, now, even though it's not the correct way... Oh my god, it works. I don't care. I really don't care at this point. It works. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I am not putting up any sort of resistance to that. I needed it to work, and now it works. So, we'll put the lights there to make everything look good. I love the way I say that, and I get the victory theme there. Nature is a gamer, says Gaster. Our extent is nothing but a game. Reminds me, I've yet to properly decide on whether I'm having Gaster or not. No, that's right, I call it good timing, says John. So now, if we go to Asriel here, let's just test him. Okay, so yeah, that works. That works. The thing is, I need those models to be slightly lower. Put him like there. I don't want them to clip into his upper arm, you see. We do that. That's not too bad, although it doesn't really matter too much if they clip in. Dude, that looks so awesome. And then we can bring his arm forward if we want, and all the lights work correctly. And it only took me an hour and 44 minutes to do it, and now we've just got to rig up the other bits. Right, so what we got left here? Woo! Okay, we'll do the same with the heart in the center, and the heart lights. We'll parent them to the heart in the center. I don't know where the other one's gone. It's just kind of like flown off into the void. Let's do it with one first. Right, parent it here. Make it 0. Did Gaster even show up? Yeah, Gaster did show up. He's in the Mystery Man room. It depends whether you've got the fun value for it, but yeah, he did technically show up. Or at least that's everybody's interpretation of Gaster. Obviously, Toby keeps it really secret, but everybody's idea is that, yeah, that's Gaster. So if you've seen the videos about the Mystery Man room, then... Right, so what we do is we go object, bone, and then we do, oh, chest, I totally spelled that wrong. And then we go 0, 0. It should be zeroed in now. There it is. And then we just rotate 90. 180? 0? I thought it was 90, but let's try 270. There we go. And then should be in the center. And then all that's left is the wings, I think. Let's just check here. Yep, just the wings. I love the way we can do that with Asriel now. So if we wanted to, we could have him do like a really crazy, cool pose. Do... Who would win? Jester versus a funny bone man. Asriel no, sorry. Jevil versus Sans. Dude, that looks awesome. And then we can lean him in a little bit. And use that, lean him in slightly. Who would win? A jester? Oh, and a salesman. I still think Jevil is harder to beat than Spamton. Spamton was pretty easy compared to Jevil. Let's try and give him a pose just to make him look cool. So we go, rah. With Jevil, it's more random, whereas with Spamton, he can get predictable really quickly. Lower his eyebrows to make him look angry. And then we'll do eyelids, let's see. Raise the upper eyelid, make him look really angry. There we go. That looks actually pretty cool. Now we can just do like a full screen preview of that. Oh ho ho! Hey Damon! Wow, nice job, Dave. That looks awesome. I can't take credit for all of it. The hands and the face are from the other Asriel model that I'm using. Like, everything else here is what I've made, so like all the different bits in the arms and the torso and everything, I've made. The wings and the shoulders, it looks pretty cool, so... And then on top of that, we've got the animation, which I think can be played now. There we go, so the animation plays and his wings go different colours, which is exactly like it is in-game. I just need to do it quicker. Looks kind of like a Heartless. Yeah, a little bit. I'm wondering what Toby was going for there. I'm still going to add, obviously different lights around him to light him up a little bit better, because we've got all this light coming in from the various different points. What I like to do is try and do realistic lighting. So, we've got lighting from all the areas that glow, and I've deliberately added reflective stuff to him to make him look slightly shiny so that the light bounces off him a little bit easier. But what we need to do is add something like a light on his face. Look for Gamer, I'll say. What we need to do is have him lit up from his face. Like, Normally what I do is I do this anyway in scene for like fake lighting. And the reason why we do fake lighting primarily is just because it's a little bit easier. But to match the scene, what we can do is we can do contact shadows, make it slightly yellow because that'll work on tinting the scene. And then we turn off the volume there, right? And then we put it about there, duplicate it over here, just slightly so he's lit up a little bit better. And then we stick one behind his head, just to give him an edge lighting, which is a really cool thing to do. So, if we put that in the animated scene, that'll be cool, but what we try and do is give him an aerial light behind him, like this giant aerial light, which won't be seen from the other angles. But for like a front shot, it's really cool. What we can do is do this, drop the volume. There we go. Like this, right? And the idea for this is edge lighting just makes everything look better. It's something that I did a lot of in like the preview stuff. The wings have a similar texture to the rings from the Neo Xeon. That's something I actually didn't consider. Right, so we've got this light hitting him from behind, but it's hard to see because it's just not that powerful. Right, so we just crank it up to about 100, maybe 2. Try 4. The idea is we're trying to light up the edges of his model just slightly. You can see it from behind. We're literally blowing him out there. But the idea for this is, in scene, that'll look really cool, and obviously it looks a lot better like that, because we can see more details on his face. The edge lighting is helping highlight little details like his horns, and it's just looking a lot better composition-wise. Yeah, what I need to do now is, I need to finish off the bottom section here. Let's see what that looks like if I make it all like a bent, because the bottom of his body is weird. It's kind of like this glass jar full of like lightning or whatever. It kind of looks like it anyway. If I do Asriel pelvis, right? Well, before I do this, I'm gonna get a shot of him like this because that looks really good, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy with this. It'll actually be really good to see that in full 3D. You know, for the actual animation and stuff, have his wings curve around, because I still need to do that yet, but... So we got this at the moment, that's pretty cool. Let's make sure I get a snipping tool on this. It's going to look weird for a moment, but... There we go. I just got him with the snipping tool, so any thing that I do to him now will not be saved. Then what we do is we go, this will be SDF, glass. Let's see if the glass works on his pelvis. Assign body. That's weird. It's kind of working, kind of not. Do principal BSDF, and then we'll do alpha 0.2, blend, shadow mode opaque, show back face, so we should be able to see through that. Then we do roughness 0, metallic, let's try and, no, 0.5, nope, 0.2, 0.1, that should, yeah, it's see-through. Let's try and make sure that's not as see-through. 0.5. Specular. Let's see. Try that. The idea is I'm trying to get what looks like glass here. 2, 3.1, 1. Okay, so let's try 6. Try 0.2 though for that. And then I'm just going to stick some lightning in there. Of which I can try and see if I've got another file with it. Because I swear I do. Lightning. Ah, there we go. Dude, this is going to look interesting if I can get this done. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Lightning's a bit too big. Dude, seriously? Can I just... That moment where you have lightning for your mesh, but it's clearly way too big. I just... trying to figure out which... The mesh controls the... lightning here. Because I've got a couple of things that help control this. Let's see. Lightning offset. Okay, there we go. If I do this, then put that inside there. And then I scale that down. And that should, technically, that should animate if I move the offset. Where is it? Because there was different ways of animating the distortions for this. I just can't remember what it was. See if it's a certain size that it needs to be able to. If it doesn't work, then I'll just go the other route that everybody else normally uses. I have to figure that one out, because that was a thing that I got off YouTube, a tutorial for it. So there's Asriel again. There's normal Asriel before I tried all that stuff to him. I'm gonna post that on Discord real quick. Give me a sec. Oh, I need to post it on Inverted Fate as well. Let's see. So many places to post. What's going on there? Close Discord again. And now it's just a case of doing his wings, which I honestly hope that I don't have problems with that. Okay, so let's do add, or rather edit, add single bone. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then I should hopefully be able to do these bits here. single bone. The idea is that I keep adding bones in so I'm able to do the bits that I want here. Like, for instance, we're going to get this set up to go there. And then there like this, and just keep doing that. Should be able to actually duplicate that. Let's see. Yeah, so then I can get full control of all of these joints. Armature duplicate. That way, I can make all the little changes that I want. Like, I can have the wings totally, like, flapping around and stuff. Which should be really cool. Just watch finishing Whisper Mercury. Honestly, it isn't that good. Wonder why people liked it. Then I remember people liked Seed, says David. I don't know, man. Like, I've still not watched it. It's like, I don't see the need to watch it. I'm not feeling the hype still, so... Maybe it's just me. Or maybe it's because I'm doing a load of other stuff. And I'm focused on other things. You know. But I never quite got the hype for it. It's like, oh, it's a new Gundam show, and then just... Nah. You know. I'm not even being a, you know, a spoiled spot or whatever there. It's just genuinely didn't quite understand the hype for it. And wasn't interested to begin with, so it never really caught me. A bit like Wrecking Geesting G. That just never caught me either. Oh, right. So, all of that is together there. So if I move that around now, okay, that's good. Keep offset there with that. Same with this, I can do that. Make, keep offset. I'll probably do that for the rest of these where it's like parent, make, keep offset. Parent. Let's do that one. Parent, make, keep offset. Parent, make, keep offset. Oh. Okay, right. We do this, and we go all the way back here. Oh, crap. And then what we're going to do is affect the origin. And we're going to take the origin for this all the way to the back here. And then should be able to that there, and then just rotate it slightly, and we should get the wings more or less line up. Oh, crap. Right. Out there. Hopefully. Oh boy. Then we gotta do... Right. Can we just rig this with automatic weights and see what happens? I go to pose now. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Oh, dude. That's not too bad. It could be better, but that's good for just like a 2-second job. So I'm going to have to edit, of course. The whole point being then I can get, you know, proper sort of access to messing around with some of the bones here. And make them, like, hang on. If I do that, save that, right? And then, if I try and pose that, Let's just do like a really quick pose, right? We'll do one where it looks like Asriel's moving his wings around him like this, right? Oh my god, that's actually really easy to do. Honestly, I might not change that too much, because then we've got this sort of thing going on. That coming up the edge. Like, sure, the texture slides a little bit there, but that's not too bad. The idea is I just wanted a little bit more control of the way that it was moving. And that's not actually that bad. Like, that's cool just seeing the giant wing coming around there and actually giving him a little bit more movement. Also, because of him having lighting on that, that'll affect the model as well. And the same can be said about the other direction. If we go the other direction, it's 3D instead of the wings being flat. Indeed, that's what I wanted. You know, I didn't want the wings being flat. So, like, if we want, we can have the wings go in the opposite direction. We can move them from the pivot point, have them going all the way back, and then position them accordingly so we can kind of have this really giant thing going on. Because a lot of times, when people do wings, they'll just make them 2D. You know, they'll make them flat planes. They won't do the wing animations because it's a little bit awkward to do wing animations. But with this, even if I just use like the default, automatically we got something going on there that's actually pretty nice and gives me a very wide range of expression as well. So it's not just the same thing that you would get if you just kept them static. So you could actually do an animation of him flying and flapping his wings. That'd be really cool. So then we can take that, copy the rig for it and paste it. And hopefully we'll be good. Maybe it should start closed when he spawns. Yeah, no, I'd be totally down for doing that. Just having him, like, cover his face or whatever. Question is, can I just, like, mirror that and have all the names be different, if you get what I mean? So it's like, instead of right, it's left. I do that, because I've still got the rig applied over there, right? So we go to about here, roughly. And the idea is, I could have just copied and pasted that wing, but I didn't want to, because it could cause problems. So we do that. We do parent envelope with weights. Now let's just check this one. Let's see if it's... Okay, that's not working. I think I've done that the wrong way around. Current... Oh no, sorry, it'll be automatic weights. There we go. I just have to be careful of how much I actually stretch it because of the texture and everything and whereabouts it's positioned, but again, it's got more expression in it. Heck, even if I'm literally just doing the 2D thing of doing this with a little bit of movement, it's better than nothing. So there we go. That'll be... Let's make sure I get these right. So we've got left wing mesh, right wing mesh. Don't know whether that's the right way to name those based on certain things, but... Right. Left wing arm. Right wing arm. Right, then we take those and we parent them together. So we parent... Dude, that's gonna be awkward parenting them together, I just realized. Ooh, we're parenting two objects together. Let's see if this will work. Nope. Which means I gotta do something else here. Let's try. Join? It's not working. Can I? Parent to bone. Parent to... Oh. Parent to bone? Oh, which was the last one I selected. It'll be that one, right? Parent to bone? Why is it not doing it? Weird. It's done something, I don't... Chest and upper arm. No, let's do two. Chest. Oh, excuse me? Excuse me? Where do you think you're going? You're just like flying off out of nowhere? Asriel's wings are like, nah, I'm out, fanboy. Let's that down. Just gonna make sure it's at the same angle, so we gotta rotate that just a little bit. That should be correct, I think. Just gotta make sure. Looks correct, I've just not got it in the exact same position, which is why it looks slightly off. About there, roughly. Right, now if I move that... Hey! Right, then... That should be parented to chest unless I didn't save it before. Oh, did I not save all of that before? Jesus. Back to the drawing board. That moment where you don't save something and then you regret it. Right, parent to heart. 0, 0. Heart, parent to Asriel, parent to bone, parent chest. What we're doing is just linking this back up. And then bring to about there, rotate 270. And then make sure it's in the center. We're good. Good there. Right, what else do we need? Okay, so it's, I think it's just some of these lights and things. Parent to object? Where is it? There we go. Come on. Parent to object. That should, hopefully, have everything here. Okay, that works. That works apart from the giant lights, which we can then just go parent to wing, parent to wing. There we go. And then just go like this. Excuse me. There we go. And then like this. And then hopefully, hey! Doesn't the program have an undo option? Yes, it does. Damn, that looks badass. Thank you very much, Damon. Then we've got that set up. It's all rigged. It's all good. It all rotates. Yeah, I can pose it. All the lights are set up nicely. Apart from the ones I need to add on the face and stuff. So if, for instance, I turn around and go point light. Get rid of the volume. Contact shadows. We position that about there, roughly. Make it slightly yellow for theming. Put it down to about 4. And then post over the other side as well. There we go. Preview mode is kind of good, and then we can edit stuff on the fly later on. But yeah, oh my god, I'm so happy now because that's like the one model that I wanted to get done before the end of the game. Oh, yeah, we had to make some different interpretations based on the sprite work. Let's just go into model view here. I love the way this arm is actually inside out when you look at the mesh. Hang on. So when this works, the mesh is actually completely inside out for no reason. That should actually be normals, recalculate outside. John says, "'Tis amazing! Thank you very much, sir." So what normals are essentially is which way a face is on a model. And if it's not facing the right way, it's not good. What we're doing here is selecting everything that is blue, that is either red or blue, and just making it blue because that should be the outside of the model. Red is the inside, if I remember correctly, so it won't come up right. There we go. That. Recalculate outside. On older programs, I used to have to do this by hand. Imagine having to do some of this stuff, like selecting each an individual vertex or face by hand. It was an absolute nightmare, and I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore because Blender is a godsend. Oh my god. Seriously, current versions of Blender, so much of a godsend to just being able to do 3D a lot easier compared to what it used to be like about 10 to 15 years ago. Like 15 years ago, when you get used to the programs, yeah, it's fine, but oh my god, it was an absolute nightmare. Everything now is like, you just do a couple of clicks and everything's fixed the way that you want it, and it's not bad. It's like, oh, okay. And then a little part of me dies inside thinking, god, what was that even for 15 years ago? So yeah. I'm really enjoying this. Asriel's done, or at least this version of Asriel's done. Honestly, can't wait to see this at later points down the animation. It's all building up to this bit, so... oh, fun times. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you on the next one. So until then, I appreciate the time spent with me, and thank you very much. Bye!